These two don't even know what they're talking about. You're watching Unqualified Analysts.
All right, everybody, welcome to episode 1 of Unqualified Analysts, okay? My name is Kevin. I got my boy Robby with me. We're most definitely unqualified for everything that we're going to talk about on this show.
Absolutely.
Everything, from sports to whatever it is we talk about, except for aviation. We're qualified to talk about aviation.
Experts there, I would say, yeah. Everything else, nah, very unqualified. But
And look, Robby is new to the social media world.
to say the least.
So everybody back home, Robby, can you introduce yourself to the people back in Bogalusa, Lafayette, all that stuff? Well, Lafayette is your area.
Lafayette's a little bit of my area. I'm born and raised in Opelousas, but as a young adult went to Lafayette, spent a lot of years there. Careers the aviation industry, been all over the country for that one. Houston's home now, so it's been an interesting ride from start to finish. So it's Houston's a good place though. I enjoy it. Very similar to Louisiana in a lot of ways, so it feels like home over here.
I know everybody back home is like, where did I find this white man? Where this white man come from?
The aviation industry brings people together, man.
Shout out to Martin Luther King, man. He would be proud.
He would be very proud. He'd be very
what
proud.
he's saying today. Hey, but no, really, we're gonna talk about a few things on here. I know primarily we want to talk about sports for sure. We got the aviation side, like Robby said, but
Get a little bit of life in there too.
yeah. But hey, you can find us. We're gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna be on Spotify. We're gonna be on Apple, maybe iHeartRadio. So as you working out in the gym or you're heading to work or whatever it is, if you want to catch up on your spoonful of sports in life, come on over and make sure, let everybody know that Unqualified Analysts is another umbrella of Night Train Media, man. We got a lot going on. Night Train, baby. So, now, man, let's open up the show. Robby and I, we shoot sports as well. Robby been, about a year now, right?
Finishing up, yeah, it's been a year. So last season, the majority of last season, and then all of this season. So, yeah, it's been fun. It's been fantastic.
Shooting. What was your first game? I can't remember.
UCLA.
Oh, that day game.
Yeah. That was a fun one. That was a good first time out.
That game was hot.
It was hot as hell.
That's what I remember, that one.
There's a lot of shit talking in that one too.
It was.
You could hear it. That was nice.
We got let's open up LSU. You got the whole Brian Kelly drama.
Whew.
$54 million buyout.
I'll take that.
No, yeah, most definitely. He, I don't know. You got the Lane Kiffin. What was it? 8 years, 90 mil. What do you think about Kiffin?
25 mil. What is it? NIL roster bonus. I like Kiffin, man. I think Kiffin brings offense, which I'm always a fan of. I know LSU's kind of been known for defense over the years, but I mean, offense is what brings the fans, man. Brings the excitement. I want to see our coach have that enthusiasm. I want to see that coach. You see Kiffin running down the sideline, fist pumping. Every time he scores a touchdown, he throws it in somebody's face. I want to see that. I like the swag. So you didn't get that from BK. So you got a lot of ass chewing for people, but you didn't get a lot of enthusiasm. Perfect world. I'd love to see Coach O come back and handle up, a little bit on the defense and bring that attitude back. That would be nice. A little bit of a tag team between the two of them.
He said he's open to it, too.
I think that would be good. Yeah, I think Kiffin's open to having him back, too. So,
I'm surprised the school would allow it because even LSU, I think they're on board with it, too, especially with the whole...
Yeah, man. I think they realized how many people love Coach O. I mean, they didn't love how it ended because it nosedived at the end, in production and everything, but they love him. And if he can bring the attitude and the swagger back, then hell yeah, bring him back.
I feel like the only coach that Kiffin kind of would relate to post Saban would probably be Les Miles, as far as what we had
I
eating
love
grass
Les,
on the
man.
sideline.
I love Les. I got to meet Les one time, like up close and personal. We were running their charter flights, and I met him at the LSU facility. And I was working for Delta at the time, and he came up behind me and grabbed me by the shoulders, and was like, "Delta, Delta, Delta." I was like, it was the weirdest freaking thing ever, man. But he caught me off guard. But it was fun to meet him. He was a nice guy.
From the stories you told, I'm pretty sure he's nicer than Saban was.
Yeah, Saban wasn't the nicest. Getting to meet him a couple times during the charters. Not really meet him, but just interact next to him, and definitely a different vibe that way. Coach O was cool. Les Miles was cool. A lot of the other coaches you see through the SEC at the time. Spurrier was pretty cool. He was nice. He was down to earth with a lot of the people. Because I mean, at the time when I'm meeting them, you got to realize I'm meeting them from the aviation side, right? We're working their flights as they fly out and things like that. All my workers are around the aircraft and things like that. So these guys, when they fly out, these players, I mean, yeah, we're working flights, but a lot of these folks are fans, so they get to see these guys up close and personal, and sometimes they get to interact with them. And how they treat these guys after a game, these guys are just, little nothing, Joe Blow, nobodies working flights, and how they get treated says a lot about the person, and some people walk up and they don't want to give you the time of day, and some of them will chat it up with you. And, I'd say the majority on the good side of that, they'll chat it up with you, but there are a handful that they don't want to hear from you. I'm here to get on the plane. Let's go.
Especially
I'm not here for all that. Yeah.
But I don't think Saban did too much losing in Baton Rouge.
Nah. But even after a win, but that's what makes Saban who he is as a coach, right? I mean, he's just that intense all the time. And I guess it is what it is. When you're that intense all the time, you just business as usual, The bus would roll up and Miss Terry gets off the bus, and usually when we sit there and the buses roll up by the airplane, first bus rolls up and lights come on, and it's always coach and coach's wife, first two seats in the bus.
Yeah.
And Bama rolls up, light kicks on, and Miss Terry sitting in the first seat. And I don't see coach. I'm like, wait, hey, where's coach? I'm like, oh, he's still at the stadium. He's doing press. I'm like, oh, okay. So he comes back with his own police escort a little while later. And Miss Terry just hops off. She's nice as could be. And she hops on the plane, tells everybody hi, hops on the plane. And Nick rolls up a little bit later. He don't want to talk to nobody. He bypassed everybody, hop on that plane. I'm here to get on the plane. I'm here to fly. Okay. Have a nice day, coach. And that was after a win. He was straight up a-hole, man.
Well, at least now on the media side, what he was doing now. That presser at the end of the game.
Yep. They told me he might have been coming by a helicopter. I was like, nah, I'd be shocked to see him come by a helicopter. But nah, he rode up with a police escort and an SUV. So Coach Saban gets what he wants, but he wins. So when you win, you get what you want.
But if I'm Lane Kiffin though, before LSU fires Brian Kelly, you're in the playoff hunt. Your team is having a good season. Why leave Ole Miss now?
That's a good one, man. I mean, I heard it a couple different ways, but the way that makes sense to me is, Ole Miss is a good school. It is. It's in the SEC. He's brought them to where they are now. So LSU is a different caliber, though. It just is. It's like, financially. It's just you're kind of guaranteed one of the top recruiting classes at LSU without, I don't want to say without trying, but it's LSU. The guys in Louisiana that are athletes are raised and dream of playing in Tiger Stadium.
And we've lost so many recruits over the years too, man.
Yeah. And the heart of them, you look at guys like Jawan Johnson, right? He's Lafayette, Louisiana. Mm-hmm. He wants to play at LSU, Do we foresee him leaving and going somewhere else at the end of this year? I doubt it. You're in the middle of coaching changes. Most guys jump ship right now, Yeah. They don't want. They don't want
you get like an extra year of eligibility when your coach is fired early in the year like that?
I think you can hit you can hit the transfer portal during the year if you want.
Yeah, that's
and still be eligible. So, if you want to jump ship right now and head to Bama, you could. Might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, but I do think, like when you saw Dion go to Colorado, and he got there and he's like, hey, You might as well go ahead and hit the portal because you're not playing. I
Yeah.
feel like LSU doesn't have the roster to be able to keep who they have and Kiffin come in and be able to turn the program around. A lot of people are going to leave, but I feel like he's going to bring some people from Ole Miss.
I think he should. I mean, obviously what we have right now ain't working now. I hate to say the whole thing's coaching because I don't think it is. I mean, we're close enough on the field to see it in person. It
And talk
doesn't
about
all
that.
feel like coaching.
Because when we're on the sideline and we're shooting, we can hear and see everything. And I said a long time ago, I think it was last year, as a photographer, when I start shooting, I'm looking at the QB. Like, so that's how I start. So when Nussmeier would drop back, I'm looking at his eyes, and he's throwing from snap to drop back. He's looking at who he's throwing to every single time. And when Jaden Daniels was there, it wasn't that easy to shoot LSU at all.
I mean, like I think you said it. I don't think there's a lot of route progression there from him. It's first option. If first option's not there, he's in trouble. And I mean, me personally, I don't think he's scrambled enough. He's got enough. I mean, he's not lightning fast, but he can move. He's mobile.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he utilizes his legs enough. But again, I don't think he comes off that first progression fast enough. And I mean, you'd see it. I mean, a lot of times when I sit down to shoot, right, I'm still learning. And, I'm a rookie at this, so I'm still learning how to shoot. But I do like you. I start with the quarterback. But I'll sit there and I kind of pay attention to who split where. Aaron Anderson's one I like to follow because he's the guy, right? He's going to run the dig route and come over the middle. He's the guy that's going to get you the first down over the middle. So I tend to navigate towards him. But a lot of times, if it ain't him, he's not coming off of that read, and he's not coming over to Tradez and all them. So I just got a feeling that it's partly coaching. But it's I think everybody had a hand in that one this year. It's just the execution was poor, the coaching was poor. I feel the play calling was not there. I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong, but play calling it just didn't feel right.
And it's
You
funny
can't have it as open as you did last year. I mean, we're throwing everywhere last year, all over everybody,
and then
and we can't throw this year.
when the season started, we started in Clemson. I went to that game.
How was Death Valley?
Out. Yeah, apparently, quote unquote.
Or mini Death Valley.
That stadium was horrible, man. But it's like,
They come here next year.
yeah, that's gonna be a nice game though. That's gonna be a nice atmosphere. But thinking back on that game, we thought top defense. We go on the road, we beat top 10 Clemson, and Nussmeier going into the season, we think he's gonna be a Heisman candidate. Then we come home after that one. We barely put up points against Tech. And then I believe, if I remember correctly, the first half of Southeastern wasn't the best.
No.
And then when you look at where we are now, we beat Western Kentucky by 3 last week. Man.
So I know you weren't at the Western Kentucky game, but watching this, right? Like they get ball first and they're driving. And I'm like, damn. Okay, it's Western Kentucky. It's first drive. We got to feel them out. Maybe they'll drive first, so no big deal. And then they fumble. We get the ball. I'm like, okay, we're all right now. We're good. And then we go 3 and out. And I'm like, seriously? And then they block a punt, pick it up for touchdown, 7-0. Then we go 3 and out. And then they drive all the way down. They score again. It's 14-0. And I think I texted you. I'm like, this might be a blowout the wrong way. Like, we might be getting out of here early. And eventually they start coming around, but I'm like, this is the problem. You can't put up points against Western Kentucky. Now, Western Kentucky's not a crap team. They're 8-2. Well, now they're 8-3, but I mean, they were 8-2 going into that game. So, I mean, they're not horrible, but I mean, you are LSU. You should be able to push them around, at least run over them.
Yeah.
But we can't run the ball. It's like, I don't feel like we win the trenches like we used to win the trenches. We don't push nobody around. But yeah, I mean, the Western Kentucky game was a bit, I don't know, I'd say it's alarming. Now, am I completely surprised? Not really. There's nothing to play for right now. They made a bowl game. They got a bowl game. They ain't going nowhere. No playoff contention. No bowl game, no coach. I mean, you got a bowl game, no coach.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you really playing for? You know, you playing for a roster spot next year?
Let's see where they're projected to go.
You know, you could say you're playing for a roster spot next year, but the new coach is going to come in and he's going to have his own plan. And who knows if you were part of that plan? So he might tell you like Deion told everybody else, kick rocks. I got my own people.
Let's see. I want you to just guess. Just guess.
The bowl?
Guess where they're projected to go.
Well, originally I saw it a couple weeks ago, and it was some. What was the one in Nashville? What's the bowl in Nashville?
I'll give you a hint where they're going.
Texas? They're coming back in Texas?
That's the projection right now.
Hey, I'm gonna go.
Hey, it's down the street.
You going? I'm gonna go.
Yep, December 27th. That's the projection.
Last time it was New Year's Eve, wasn't it? Last year?
Yeah, I'm so glad it's not this year though. But
how about the difference? All right, so sports photography, right? Tiger Stadium I love Tiger Stadium. It's great. It's fan experience wise, I'm sure it's one of the best in the country. I haven't been to other stadiums. I wouldn't know. You would know better than I would. But media room.
Yeah.
Just saying. You walk in the media room for LSU.
It's a closet.
It's a closet with some folding tables. You walk into NRG.
Yeah.
For that one, and I my jaw hit the floor. I'm like, this is nice.
It's nice.
This is nice.
Hey, it's better than Bama's, okay? LSU has a better, because Bama's is old. It's old carpet. It's old wood. It's back to back.
What's the nicest one you've been in? Out of all the stadiums you've been to, because I know you've done pro, you do college. What's the nicest one you've been in?
AT&T Stadium.
Jerry World.
Man, look. First of all, what makes it the best? They got the best mac and cheese, Robby. Okay.
I heard the chicken tenders were good.
Hey, the mac and cheese is where it's at. All right. It's somebody, black grandma made that mac and cheese. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Boom.
Yeah.
And then you got
okay, all right.
All right. That's what I'm talking about, huh? Hey, then you got the size of it. Pause. It's like you have, man, it's so many tables. So you know, like when you go to LSU, the students have their own room, right? And then, regular media is like in the open area. And AT&T Stadium is such a large media room. USA Today is down there. Sports Illustrated is down there. And then it's like, man, it's huge, man. And then you have like workers like serving you the food. And I shot there for Cotton Bowl, Tulane, USC. And then I did a preseason game. The Raiders they played the Cowboys there, right? But AT&T by far has the best media room. And then second on that list, I would say Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta.
Oh, the new one, yeah.
And then I would say
they're doing it right with the new stadium. They're doing it right with the new stadiums, man.
Yeah.
The new stadiums are badass.
But
I want to see the new one in Buffalo.
Yeah, that one's nice. That one in Nashville, the one they're building out there.
Yep.
But I would say, see, the thing about sports photography, right? High school, I mean, with cameras now, the type of cameras and the lens that we have, we can go to a high school stadium and shoot a nice game. Mm-hmm. But lighting wise, I hate shooting at Tiger Stadium because the light the lights reflect off that green grass and the yellow seats.
The yellow end zone, man.
Yeah, you gotta edit a lot for a night game at Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
But if you remember, Allegiant is nice. I'm sorry, Allegiant is probably second on my list. Allegiant Stadium has a nice media room. But think about it like this. NRG, when you shot there, the lighting was perfect because I think it started off as kind of a day game. Yeah. And then it bled on to a night. But the ceiling, on those retractable roofs, it's like a softbox. So the light that's coming through makes everything soft. It's perfect lighting. But that's an NFL stadium for you, though.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
the
hope one
Superdome
day I
isn't the
get to shoot
best.
the. I guess the goal for me is to be able to finally get to shoot the pro games. Get there down the line, maybe. We'll see.
Hey,
But
man, we're going to have to connect you with some people, man. We can make that happen.
hey, I'll take whatever, man. I'll take what I can get. But I'm enjoying the college stuff right now. I think later on down the road, maybe next year, maybe the year after, start trying to go to some away games too, see some of these other stadiums. I'd like to go to Bama. I'd like to go to Gainesville, and see some of the big ones.
I would go to Oklahoma this week, but not
It ain't
worth
going to
it.
be much of a game, man.
Not worth it. I remember a few weeks ago we were talking about the fact that LSU may not even get a bowl game, that they only may beat Western Kentucky. And I promise you, if they wouldn't have beat them, there would be no bowl this year.
Yeah, that was
Oklahoma is about to wax them.
number 8 team in the country, man. They're looking good. They started off a little questionable, but they're looking good now. And it's they rivalry week. Wow, I can't say that word. Rivalry week. I don't know that that's much of a rivalry with Oklahoma. It's like a manufactured one.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna wax that ass.
Yeah, they most definitely
It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. If we look anything like we looked against Western Kentucky, good Lord. It's gonna be 21-0 in first quarter.
They most definitely probably will. The defense is not the same. Weeks is hurt. Perkins hasn't been the same since his injury.
Yeah.
But before we get to the Saints, do you think Lane Kiffin's decision is going to be either his son, where his son's going to go play, and he may want to coach his son? I know his son he had the LSU headphones the other day, or even his daughter, dating Weeks. I mean, do you think that plays a role?
if you had the chance to coach your daughter's new man and really get into him, would you take that? I'm just saying. There's a lot of good opportunity for him at LSU. I don't know. What do you think? You think he comes, or you think he stays?
I think he's going to come to LSU, but I think the deciding factor is going to be the fact that the coach and the school both understand NIL. They both understand that I can rebuild my roster every year. Look, just this past season, Brian Kelly puts $1 million up. Okay, fine. $1 million. That's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
But when the school puts in the contract, we're going to give you $25 million a year to recruit with. Look what he's doing at Ole Miss without $25 million.
Yeah. It's got to look like candy for him, right? It's got to just be enticing. Okay, let me ask you this. Say he says, I'm coming to LSU. They're going to announce it after the Egg Bowl. Egg Bowl plays Friday, right? Not Saturday. They play Friday, I think. So say they play Friday and Saturday he says, I'm coming. You think they should let him coach playoffs?
I think financially and for his legacy, you have to, because as soon as he's out the building, you may see players jump in that portal. Now they can't play. So let him finish out the season. Hell, you never know what happens. You may get a chip. But I don't think him going to LSU or deciding to go, everything he's done at Ole Miss, you have to let him finish it out.
I would.
And I think he would want to finish it out too.
If I look at it this way, if you're Ole Miss, you ain't been relevant in the national championship race like ever.
Yeah.
And even if he does decide to leave, you got a shot. They got a legit shot to win it this year. To be honest with you, I don't really know what Ohio State is this year. They're ranked number 1 and everything, but who they play.
Schedule-wise, yeah.
Yeah, who knows how they're going to do when they actually, get somebody like Georgia, Texas A&M, who knows. So, Ole Miss got as good a chance as anybody to get to the game and win it. So, I mean, if I'm Ole Miss and I'm the director over there, I'm letting him go. Like, let's finish it. Finish it with a championship.
Because right now, I mean, look, Ole Miss is ranked 7th. They're probably gonna be higher because right now A&M is 3rd, Georgia's 4th. They're gonna play each other. One of them is gonna lose. Ole Miss wins out, and then they're gonna jump whoever that is, right? So
There is a scenario where Ole Miss can make the title game, right? SEC championship game.
yeah, because right now Ole Miss is 10-1.
Yeah, it takes. I think it's going to take a little bit of movement of losses here for a couple teams to get them in. But I think there is a scenario where they get in.
Well, right now Georgia's 10-1. Ole Miss is 10-1. So
A&M's undefeated.
Yeah, if Georgia takes another L, Ole Miss is going to jump them. But if I'm Ole Miss, I don't want to play in it.
There's it's 12-team playoff. The idea is to win a national title. So what's the incentive to play in the SEC championship?
Yeah, it isn't one. But that's one less game. I can rest my players. The only thing is A&M and Georgia, they're going to be playing. It's worth it for them because they're playing for a bye now. Because they're 3rd and 4th.
That is the only upside.
Yeah, they're paying for that bye week.
Other than bragging rights, is the only upside.
Man, that first round of playoffs at like not at a neutral site, that's gonna be a wild game, man.
I was so hoping that was gonna be us this year. I really was. I mean, can you imagine first game next year, right? Clemson in the real Death Valley.
Yeah.
And Lane Kiffin and Coach O is the coaching staff rolling in.
It's gonna feel like LSU used to, man.
That's gonna be
like 2019.
You know they're gonna make it a night game. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be. It's the kick season off.
You know what's funny?
That house gonna be rocking.
What's funny is Lane Kiffin always talks about, LSU gets all these night games. We knew our kickoff was going to be 2:30 up here in Ole Miss. Now, man, he liked those night games, man.
How pissed would he be if all of a sudden LSU started getting 12 o'clock?
Hey, for us, that's good. We can get our ass back to Houston.
Yeah, I get back before 3 a.m. now, so, it works for me. But Saturday night, Death Valley, opening the season with those two on the coaching staff with God knows how many players they would bring in between the two of them for next year. And what that roster would look like with the financial backing behind it. So there'd be some serious hype rolling in the next season.
And plus they got the relationship, Coach Owen Kiffin. And then when you look at the recruiting side of Louisiana, being that Coach O, this is his backyard. And then, hey, look, we got Coach Petito, from Louisiana. He's been a major recruiter for Alabama. He's at LSU. So you keep those pieces in, you bring in Coach O, you bring in Kiffin. I think LSU will be all right, man. And then when I say all right, next year they'll be okay. Because look, man, you can start the season now. If I am a head coach in college football in a Power 5 conference, I don't mind starting the season ranked 15th, 16th. I'm going to rise throughout the year.
Yep.
Now schools are starting to lose 2 games. Right now, man, you have, let's see, in the top 12, you have 3 teams with 2 losses. And then you're going to end up having 4 because Georgia could
one
lose.
One of them's going down.
Yep. Yeah. So you could have 3 or 4 teams in the top 12 with 2 losses when 3 years ago, if you don't go undefeated, you're not getting in.
I mean, that's the BCS era, right? It's undefeated or nothing.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
That was the worst era ever.
Shared titles.
What? LSU and USC back in 2007 had a shared title.
Yeah.
Oh no, 2003. 2003.
Yeah, it was the first. Yeah, it was the first one. Yeah. Dumbest thing ever.
Well,
absolutely.
It's enough on LSU, man. We'll see what happens this week, man. If Kiffin decides to come on over.
I can't wait to hear that one.
But no, I mean, head over to the Saints.
Do we have to?
Nah, briefly. It's not much to talk about. 24-10 loss against the Falcons. Falcons hate week. They come to town. And
with Kirk Cousins, yeah.
Kirk Cousins, man. And we can't But I think we knew heading into this year we were probably going to win. I said 1 game.
I
got
gave our
2.
ceiling at 2, yeah.
And I mean, when you look at what they've done, I can say this. 4 of those losses were about 1 possession.
Mm-hmm.
So when you break down the season we've had, the roster, the injuries, we trade away Brandon Cooks. We get rid of, we release Brandon Cooks. He goes to Buffalo now. We trade away Shaheed. And to say that we have 2 wins and 4 losses or about 1 possession, I don't think that's bad.
No, I think that kind of speaks to, I would say coach's new philosophy down there, what he's trying to build, but he doesn't really have the tools to build it yet. So, I mean, you can kind of see maybe the blueprints there, but we need some serious roster help.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you and I were talking there. It's for me, it's a GM thing. I know Mickey's been there a while and he's done a good job over the years, but I think he's a little long in the tooth there. I think it's time for somebody fresh. I don't know if Ms. Benson's going to do that. I think she likes Mickey. He's been there so long. I think she's going to keep him as long as she can, but he needs some help. There's too much wrong with the roster right now for them to be successful to the level of what we were used to in the Sean Payton, Drew Brees years. We got used to that, and it was nice for a while. It'd be nice to get back to something competitive.
When Mr. Benson died, man.
Yeah.
It's been, I'll say, New Orleans sports they've gone downhill since that no call, right? That pass interference in 2019. It's been horrible, right? But when you look at Miss Gale being over the Pelicans and the Saints, I saw somebody was like, combined, they have 5 wins this year. 5 wins across the Saints and the Pelicans, but
damn,
I don't see. Of course, this year, we pass up on Shador, right? And we go and get your boy from Louisville, and now Shador finally starts in a game, and he's being Shador from Colorado. Let's talk about that. Forget the Saints. Okay, let's talk about how Shador gets in, and his first game, horrible game, but you got to think he didn't practice with the starter. So he watched those first 2 quarters. Then he goes on the road and plays against the Raiders and Max Crosby rushing on the end, and he has to worry about that and worry about the Raiders defense. But he's out there, he's relaxed. And then you have the head coach after the game. He doesn't even acknowledge really the fact that Shador balled out. That's what's wild to me. And he caught a lot of heat for that. And didn't even want to say, hey, he's the starter next week. You knew that man was starting next week. You knew he was starting next week.
Yeah, I mean, they can say that there's nothing going on behind the scenes over there. I mean, it couldn't be more obvious. Somebody doesn't like somebody. I don't know why you draft him if you didn't want to play him. Why draft him?
I guarantee you that
if you don't want him there, don't draft him.
Yeah, but the thing is, let's say this the theory. The GM wanted him. There was no risk at taking him in the 5th round. You already had whoever wanted Gabriel. You already had him in your pocket. You keep both of them on the roster. And I guarantee you, if Shador has a winning record heading out of this year, they're stuck in that Watson contract. But I guarantee you, if they see any type of growth possibility out of Shador, Stefanski is gone.
Oh, yeah.
He's out of there.
Yeah. He got to be, I mean, well, like you said, first game, he's got no practice. He gets thrown in there at the last minute. I mean, what did you expect? The guy's never taken a first-team rep. He probably barely gets reps at all in practice. Yeah. You expect him to walk out on an NFL field against the Baltimore Ravens and shock you? With what? He's never taken a snap. The guys don't even know his cadence. I mean, I know we're saying probably the same shit everybody else is saying, but I mean, cadence is a thing, you know? I mean, you're not going to walk out on an NFL football field for the first time in your life and go kick somebody's ass when you haven't taken a snap. I'm sorry, that's not real. And you get 1 week of practice. You come out against the Raiders. Now, granted, the Raiders are absolute shit, but still an NFL football team, you know? And, I mean, did he wow everybody? No, I mean, he didn't throw up numbers that would make you drop your jaw, but he looked competitive.
But look, they took him out of the game each time he got on the goal line.
Saw that?
He could have ended that game with 3 touchdowns. He could have.
No, let's run the Wildcat. Let's give it to somebody else.
And the Browns head coach took some heat from that.
It's the writing on the wall. It's the writing on the wall.
It's not a good look. Because when you look at a lot of players on the team, they support Shador. And you can see it. It reminds me of Dennis Allen when Jameis wanted to run that play. And what was the running back's name, man? To get him a touchdown late in the game against the Falcons last year. And everybody in the huddle wanted it. Everybody in the huddle wanted him to get his touchdown. But Dennis Allen was like, no, take a knee. And Jameis says, nope, we're going to go and score. And it reminds me of that scenario.
Yep. Well, Jameis is 101.
But still, man, did you see Jameis out there balling for the Giants last week?
Saw Jameis with his touchdown catch and the spin over the guy, running somebody over. I mean, come on. It's Jameis Winston. One of the most exciting things in sports.
Roster. He could be on the roster still. You can't tell me that Jameis wouldn't be better than what we're seeing.
Oh, man. Look, Jameis is going to throw 30-something touchdowns in his year. He might throw 25 picks, but he's going to throw 30 touchdowns. He's going to make it exciting. You're going to have an offense.
And that's those 4 one-possession losses we had right there.
Mm-hmm.
Week 1, we lose by a possession against the Cardinals at home. We lose against the 49ers at home by a possession. Seattle and Buffalo, of course, we knew what was going to happen there. We finally get a win against New York. That wasn't saying much because you had Dart. I think that may have been Dart's first game.
That was his first game. Yeah.
But I will say historically, the Saints most definitely will lose to a rookie quarterback at home. Look, I promise you, if you go pull the stats, we lose to rookie QBs when they come to New Orleans. Then you had Patriots come in, lost by possession there. We hit the road, went to Chicago, lost by possession on the road. And then, Tampa just handled business, and the Rams did as well. And then
Rams are looking good this year.
See, I root for the Rams only because I shoot for them. I shoot for the Rams and the Raiders, and I know I'm never getting anywhere with the Raiders, but I root for the Rams so I can possibly shoot a Super Bowl at some point.
Hey,
but
this might be a year.
We'll see.
They looking good. What, 2 losses?
Yeah. They are 9-2.
Mm-hmm.
9-2 and got
and they were trying to get rid of. They were trying to get rid of Matthew Stafford at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, how quick they turn on you, right?
I mean, how much are the Vikings regretting getting rid of Sam Darnold right now? Because J.J. McCarthy just looks like absolute dog shit.
But look at the Colts, man. Look at the season the Colts have had, though.
Yeah, and Daniel Jones.
Yeah. That just shows you that they
got a little bit of a rocky last couple games right now, but, I mean, it's been a good year overall.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor's doing Jonathan Taylor things. Daniel Jones is not losing it for him, for the most part. But you got teams that are quick to move on from a quarterback, and what they're replacing them with is a little bit questionable.
It reminds me of college football and head coaches. You got 2 years, maybe 1.
Mm-hmm. Win for me now.
Last thing on the Saints, they may be going to Paris for a home game next year.
Ooh la la.
Hey man, we're going to use those flight benefits for that one.
You been to Paris yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went this past April.
Okay.
Yeah.
You enjoy it?
Got me a little escargot.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that. No.
Good. It was good. They got a nice hookah lounge not too far from the stadium. It's nice, man.
All right.
But
Yeah,
if they
we went last year. It was nice. We stopped there before we went to London. We stopped for a day. No, I'm sorry, it's 2 years ago. It was nice. Wasn't bad. Got me some steak frites. That was good. I liked it.
Got the frites.
The frites.
What's that candy or dessert they have out there? It's colorful.
Gelato.
Man, I don't know.
We tore up gelato, man. We went every place we could find that had gelato or ice cream, whichever one you want to call it. And we tore that up all over Paris. And
It's
then
something else too.
we hopped and went to London's the spot for us, though.
Oh, I love London, man.
Love London. Fish and chips, man.
Jack
the Chipper.
We go
Shout out to Jack the Chipper. You been there?
No, I haven't.
You need to go there. I think I told you this. Go to Hawksmoor.
Hawksmoor?
If you guys have not been to London, when you go to London, go to Hawksmoor. I forget the part of London that has, it's kind of like their version of Times Square, right? I forget what it's called. But there's a Hawksmoor that's right there. It's walking distance. And man, you want some good food, you want some good steak, hit up Hawksmoor. Good drinks too. We
You said
hit
it's
up
London?
every time now. Yeah, it's in London, man.
Man, we go to London at least once a year.
Yeah, us too.
So, man, that direct flight from Houston, I get off work at about 8:00 and hop on at 8:25 direct to London, baby. You land
Have you taken the 4:00? There's a 4:00.
Yeah. The 4 gets in like at 7.
7 a.m.
Yeah.
Nah. We did that one time.
Hotel wasn't even ready.
Nope. Not doing it. And shout out to my wife who's knocking this out right now. She's texting me right now. Piccadilly Circus is what it's called. That's the little Times Square area, right? Piccadilly Circus. And there's a Hawksmoor over there. And man, if you're going to London, if you've never been, or if you've been and you've never been there, stop there and get you some food, man. It's off the chain. It really is.
I think now, when it comes to going to Europe, it's not even for me anymore. It's for my wife. She wants to go to
hell yeah.
London, Amsterdam.
It was a work
Amsterdam
thing
was nice.
first. It was a work thing first.
Oh, yeah.
They do a conference over there, so she was going over there for work. So we went there for that. And we didn't really do a lot of sightseeing. We just went for the work thing. Mm-hmm. And then we were like, well, shit. I mean, we went to London. We didn't get to do none of the fun stuff. So we went back. And then we enjoyed it, fish and chips. And then we started finding different restaurants, different things to do. Oh, yeah, London's a spot for us. It's an every year thing now. We brought baby girl this last time. She had a blast. Got some good pictures, all kind of stuff, man. It was fun. Go all the Borough Market. Man, they got the good stuff over there. You really got to hit it up.
I want to bring my oldest daughter to Paris because she speaks French, but
oh damn,
she just want to go to. I want to go to Mexico. She
Cancun,
never wants
baby.
to just. She don't want to go to Europe. I want to go to Cancun for
all
my
inclusive.
birthday.
I want it all inclusive. Cancun, thank you.
Now, see, you understand this now. Why would I go to London and spend $500 a night on a hotel? I ain't eat yet. Okay, I didn't even eat yet. Now I'm gonna be there for 3 days, so that's $1,500 on just the room. When I can go to Cancun and get the all inclusive for $1,500.
Get the swim out room, man. You get that for that.
That's what I'm
All
talking
inclusive
about.
resort. Give me that lazy river. I'll just sit there and float and drink all day.
Man, my
Floating and
resort
drinking.
got a nice hookah that the lady come deliver it to me, and I just sit back and drink Long Island's all day.
I didn't realize until I got to the resort that I could just grab my tumbler and walk up to the bar.
Yes.
I don't want your cup. I want you to fill my cup up.
Man, my Stanley.
Margarita in the Stanley. Let's go.
40 ounces.
Bruh, she filled it up.
Yeah.
Like, let's tear it up. Let's go.
And then got something nice waiting for you when we get back to the room because I'm full of that liquor. Full of that liquor, full of that brown, full of that white.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
Telling
And
you.
when you need that snack, buffet's open.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a little snack afterwards.
You got a nice little deli, got a nice little dessert bar. See, you know what I'm talking about, man.
But you already got the 24/7 room service too.
Yes.
It's all inclusive, baby. Just bring the room service.
And that's why I only go to London if there's a concert or something I need to be out there for.
Oh, we just go to London just to go to London. Have you seen the life-size Monopoly they have over there? You want something to do? Have you some drinks? I haven't been to it yet. We going this time around. We got some other people that are going to be there at the same time as us. And so they have a life-size Monopoly over there. You walk in and you are the board game pieces and you walk around the board and blah, blah, blah. The Monopoly guy walks out, right? You go to jail. There's a guy dressed as a cop, blah, blah, blah. But you bring some people with you, right? And it looked fun. Get a little drink before you go, but it looked fun.
See, I think y'all went already. My wife wants to go to Harry Potter World. Didn't y'all go?
Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. It's awesome.
See,
It's absolutely awesome.
I've never watched Harry Potter, so I don't have the
Secret inside note, first time people going. If you're a Harry Potter fan, kind of the intro to this is the doors to the Great Hall, right? Mm-hmm. They open the big doors. They gonna ask the group if it's your birthday. They don't check no IDs or nothing. They just say, whose birthday is it? You raise your little hand. It's my birthday. Okay, cool. Walk on up to the doors. They let you open the big doors. So when you go, remember that. Just, it's my birthday. Good photo op. Open the big doors to Hogwarts,
I need to
man.
watch Harry Potter first.
We started streaming yesterday. We do it every couple months, man. You got to stream. You got to go binge it the whole way through. It's awesome.
See, no, we got Stranger Things coming out. Tomorrow? So I'm gonna be
Never watched it.
Wow.
Never watched it.
Come on, Robby.
My dad and him said he just started binging. He said it's not bad.
Oh, it's good, man. It's good. This is the last season. They're gonna drop like 4 or 5 episodes tomorrow, and then I believe after New Year's they're gonna drop the remaining. That's gonna be it.
See, I'm waiting on that Harry Potter series to come out.
Yeah, see, no, I'm behind. I'm behind.
Yeah. Need that to come out.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna use your aviation expertise for this next
bring
one.
it. Bring it.
Had a plane go missing yesterday over Lake Pontchartrain in New Orleans. You did some digging on that one. What was that about?
From what I saw online, it looks like a training flight. It's one of those small Cessna aircrafts that they do training in. If you don't know what a Cessna is, it's one of those little 2 or 4 seater propeller planes that you kind of learn to fly with, right? I was in flight school for a little bit, Louisiana Tech, years and years ago, and it's what I trained in. Basically, 2 little seat aircraft. You get an instructor and you get a student, and it seems like that might have been what this was, as an instructor and a student. I don't know if what happened, engine trouble or what happened. I would assume that's what it is, but because I think it was I don't know. I think it was a clear night over there the other night when it happened. So I didn't do too much digging into it, but I know they went down and was it Lake Pontchartrain? I believe it is. Last news I saw is that they started to find a little bit of debris, but they're not too optimistic to be able to find the 2 of them. So rough scenario for their families. So prayers and thoughts out to their families and all their loved ones, because I know that's a rough one. Because I do believe there were some younger folks. So anytime you lose anybody, it's rough. But especially if you lose somebody that's younger, it's really really tough. So
I think what makes it worse is it happened at night.
Yeah.
And those nighttime recoveries, just like the American Eagle flight that went down in D.C. last year. Mm-hmm. That's what made that recovery effort difficult, and it was cold too. So and I remember when that plane went down, it reminded me of when I worked in D.C. because I used to take that same CRJ direct from New Orleans, that same flight path. They talk about you see choppers and you see Army aircraft. That was exactly what we saw when we were flying.
Yeah, man. It's crazy to think about. And the part that gets me, and, I tell my wife all the time now, I got a small fear of flying now. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you this, it comes from the job that we have and the years we've been doing it. I have worked, in the nature of my airline career, I have worked so many emergencies so many emergency landings or aircraft emergencies. I've worked one crash. Luckily, the crash I worked had no loss of life, so that was good. You know, I had some injuries, but no loss of life. But shit like that, it'll make you think, man. Because every one of these aircrafts that I've worked, I've been on. You know, from these big wide body aircrafts, these 777s and these 787s and all these Airbuses to the little small ones, you know, the Saabs and the CRJs and the ERJs and things like that, these small jets. I've worked every single one of them in some sort of an emergency fashion. And it'll make you think when you go to step on board, you know, you never know, right? It's still safer than driving, they say,
Yeah.
but it doesn't make my nerves any easier, you know? Especially after the one in DC that you're talking about. I mean, that was one of like 3 or 4 incidents that were happening at the time when everybody's starting to get freaked out about it, right?
That airspace out there, man.
It's too busy, man. It's like New York's airspace. It's ridiculously restricted right now, because of how just busy it is. Every airline is trying to pump as many flights as they can to make as much money as they can. And it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the business.
After the American merger with U.S., they turned DCA, they turned Raid into like a mini hub. They call it a gateway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every regional flight from that side of the country to like your Burlington, Vermonts, your Hartford, Connecticut's, they were pushing those out of Reagan on those CRJs.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine Dallas for American has 1,000 flights a day, or pre-COVID was 1,000 flights a day. On the regional side, they probably had 550. So it's kind of like split. And then when you look at Houston and how many flights United has, 500 total, regional and mainline.
Mm-hmm.
In Reagan, they were pumping 250 flights just for American. Just American. Out of that small hub. That runway is short. I remember every day, those 321s going to Phoenix was rate restricted. Every day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. There's so much that I think folks don't realize that go into a flight, right? From booking your reservation to boarding the flight, to take off, to loading, to landing, the whole nine, right? There's so much opportunity for things to go wrong, and that just shows you how well all these airlines do it, right? Mm-hmm. They do it well because there's a procedure for everything, and it runs well. But at the same time, there's a lot of room for error. So you have to be good at what you do, and it's not just the folks that are loading the airplanes. It's the air traffic controllers. It's the pilots, it's the flight attendants. It takes everybody to make this thing work. And when you get some of these airports that are constricted in space, and then you get these massive banks of flights coming all at once, it is a recipe for things to have the potential to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
And imagine the amount of time we turn them. Sometimes, depending on the aircraft type, man, we turn the plane in 24 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And that just means everybody understanding their role and doing what they have to do to turn the flight. Like you said, there's so many different departments. Like, man, just for one turn, if you look at a CRJ, man, at least at minimum 30 people. When you look at like in-flight, the ramp crew, fueling, catering, the cleaner, maintenance, and then customer service, the gate agent that's boarding it. And that's not even including the dispatchers and load planning and ATC.
It's unreal, man. It really is. It is unreal how many hands are in the cookie jar.
Per flight.
And we do it, 500 times a day? Just in our airport? Safely.
Like
500 times a day.
10 times out of 10, you have those one-offs. It's safely.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
So when you look at the...
No, go ahead.
When you look at the Reagan crash last year, when you look at the UPS crash a few weeks ago, like, the UPS crash, they lost an engine, But the DCA one, man, just imagine, because everyone does this. It's a night flight. If you've ever flown into Reagan, it's one of the most beautiful scenes. Going down the Potomac River, you look to the right, in the distance, you can see the Capitol, you can see the Washington Monument. Everybody on the right side of the aircraft had their phone out and they're videoing landing at DCA. And out of nowhere, you hit a helicopter. You don't know what hit you. Because you're in the flight path, you're about to land.
Yep. I mean, we've been on hundreds and hundreds of flights, in our lives because of the nature of our business and what we do, right? I mean, how many times are you just sitting there on final, just watching out the window, no big deal, and imagine all of a sudden you hear this big rock and then you're just in the water, Now, more than likely they didn't feel nothing, I would hope,
Yeah.
But
I know you had, I think that's like my, not fear, but like when you think about that crash specifically, someone on that plane was still alive and they hit that water because they hit a chopper. You're still buckled in your seatbelt. Now you're in the water. Now you're panicking. And the thing is, you're trying to get out of your seatbelt. And if you got a child or a family member with you, it's like that has to be the worst. Like if anything, like the UPS crash, man, they knew it was over. They knew once they didn't get lift and they're starting to turn to the left. And the thing is, what's worse about that crash and the Air India crash, the worst crash is on takeoff because you have so much fuel on the plane still. So when you crash, it's over.
Yeah, it's full. That fuel don't play. It really doesn't. I worked one. It was it's probably my first year in Houston. This was back in like 2018. And the job I had required me to be on the taxiways and the runways at the time. So I spent a lot of time out there. So I'm trained to be out there. I can talk on the radio like the pilots do. I can listen. I know where all that stuff's going. And I get a call that says, we got one coming in that's got an engine problem. And I thought, okay, so we go to this rally point and I'm told he's 2 minutes out. And so we're hurrying, right? We're hauling ass and not really sure what to expect other than an engine problem. So I'm assuming normal, right? It happens. Maybe the engine stalled, but you can fly on one engine. It happens all the time. And I see him. I'm at the end of the runway and I'm waiting. Fire department's there and we're looking. And I look at the end of the runway and he's starting to come down. And there's just a glow on the right side of the engine, on the right side of the aircraft. And I'm like, what the hell is the glow? And it's middle of the night, right? It's like 10 o'clock at night. And you know what the glow is, right? I mean, it's on fire. And so what had happened was something had been ingested into the engine and it clipped one of the fan blades in the engine. And so the fan blade, instead of being straight, it was bent. And so the glow was the fan blade bent, just rubbing metal on metal, just constant, as many times as it's going, as fast as it's going. And so now it's on fire. And they touch down. And you want to freak out? This was a diversion. It wasn't the end of a flight. This was a diversion. So he's got a full tank of fuel on, right? And so engine's on fire. He touches down. They land. And we start hauling towards the aircraft. And windows pop. Doors pop. Slides come out. And people just start jumping, right? They start jumping down that slide. And the engine's still on fire. And I know the wing's full of fuel. I know the fire department's right next to me. They're hosing it down already, right? They're going after it. But put yourself in the shoes of somebody in the middle of the aircraft that is, the farthest distance you can be from an exit and see that glow out the window. I mean, I know what I would be thinking. I know how much time I probably think I have because I know that engine is connected to the fuel line in the wing, and I know if that touches it, this plane's gone. That was a rough one. They had two people that had heart attacks on that plane getting out of it because they were freaked out. That was a rough one.
And like the UPS flight, that flight was going to Honolulu. So a wide body going to Honolulu from, what was it, Louisville, right? Yep. And man, and back home, if people listening and watching, fuel on a plane is not like your car. So it's measured by pounds. So thousands of pounds of fuel is on that plane. Thousands. And I think, and we're not saying all this to scare people, but everyone is trained. There's hand signals when there's engine fires and things like that. Like everybody in aviation that works in ramp maintenance, whatever, like we are all trained to understand what to do in those situations. But it's just like you never know, because the most critical part of a flight is what? Takeoff.
Takeoff and
landing. Yep. And, just like that Sully flight, that U.S. Airways flight, bird strikes, right, on takeoff and landing. Like, you never know. So, but, yeah, man, that's a sad incident over in New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching it, see what happens with it. Hopefully, hopefully something miracle-wise happens and they're found, alive. But it's not looking great right now. But we'll keep up with it.
Well, hey, look, man, this is the first episode of Unqualified Analysts, except for aviation. We know what we're talking about on the aviation side. We can help.
Very qualified there.
Yeah. Aviation, travel. Hey, man, we have to do some segments on travel too, man. We're gonna have to help the people out over there.
Absolutely.
So
we've been some places. Been a couple places.
We combined, we got about 35.
Randomly,
35
I heard you say Burlington, Vermont a while ago. I almost managed Burlington, Vermont years ago.
Wow.
I got offered to go there.
Long time
ago. Man, it's cold.
Remember back in the day, you tried to get me to go to Brownsville, Texas?
Ooh. Yeah, I almost got that one. No, I'm good. I'm going to stay away from Brownsville.
Nope.
There's some questionable shit goes on in Brownsville.
Yeah, my truck was taken. It was brought to Brownsville. We ain't going to talk about that.
Nah, that's another episode.
Yeah. Well, look, man, this first episode of Unqualified Analysts, man. Hope y'all did enjoy it. Once again, it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Spotify. It's going to be on Apple Podcasts. We get those uploaded. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. So great episode, Robby.
First time, man.
First time. He's a natural, man.
First time.
It was a natural.
I hope it was okay. I hope y'all liked it. I'm sure I'll get better. We'll see. We'll try.
No, it was good, man. It was good. But like I said, episodes going to be coming YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos. Going to get those posted. But once again, this is Unqualified Analysts, and we're signing out.
See y'all.